Do you not understand how much food is costing me? Imagine how much food I've had to buy and spend on, and that amount of time that I'm that low on food stamps already. I should be getting more. 7 kids is a lot to feed. And I don't work. I depend on my food stamps to make it through the entire month.
And we're back with another round of clips. This time we've got people who are absolutely terrified about the new restrictions coming into effect on food stamps and EBT. Some of these reactions are wild. And trust me, the further we go, the crazier it gets. Stick around until the end because the last clip will leave you shocked. Before we jump in, I'm curious, do you think these new restrictions are fair or are they going too far? I'd love to know what you think in the comments. All right, let's get right into it.
I just seen this old lady in her 70s come on this app talking about if you have more than 3 kids, if you're spreading your legs and you're popping more than 3 kids, the American people should not have to support your kids. You should have to support your kids. Who the hell do you think you are in your construction frickin' outfit in your 70s? Like, who? The audacity. She was talking about a 27-year-old who has 9 kids and how she was mad that her food stamps got cut off. Yeah, I would get mad too. My food stamps got cut off. I have 6 kids. I'm 35 with 6 kids and 4 different baby daddies. If the American people aren't going to support my kids, who is? Because I'm not going out to get a job. I have 6 kids. How am I supposed to go out and get a job with 6 kids? Who's going to pay for the daycare? Are you going to pay for daycare? Are you going to watch my kid for free? These Gen Xers, man, they are so freaking selfish.
You really should have listened to that older lady you mentioned because she was right. We weren't the ones popping out all those kids. You were. It's your responsibility, not ours. And honestly, I find it funny how so many people act like the children they're having are somehow out of their control. You didn't take the precautions, and I can promise you, those kids weren't magically conceived. The reality is some people are just trying to game the system, having more children just to get more benefits. That's not a strategy, and it's definitely not a business model. But I'm curious what you think. Do you believe people should be limited on how many benefits they can receive based on family size? Or should it stay the way it is? Up next, though, we've got a pretty crazy video of this lady who thinks it's no big deal that taxpayers are covering all these food stamps. Let's take a look.
You know, I've heard so many people say this week, well, I don't want my tax dollars going to pay for EBT. Make those people get a job. I read somewhere that it's only like $35 of your federal taxes that go to support the EBT program. I mean, that's nothing. This country spends more than that each week to keep our president in Pampers. Make that make sense.
Can someone please help me make sense of this? I've been receiving food stamps for the last 7 years, consistently. I just received a letter in the mail telling me that I now have to do community service hours, at least 15 hours a week. I have to take out of my time, things that I do every day, to do community service so that I can still continue to receive the benefits that I receive. Mind you, I am receiving the maximum benefit. I get $2,000 in food stamps a month. But that is only because I have 3 kids. Now, how do they expect me to be able to do community service hours if I can't even get a regular job? So I'm at risk of losing my food stamp benefits because I'm not putting in effort? Are you serious?
Chick, you said it at the end of the thing. You're at risk of losing it because you're not doing anything.
And if you look closely, she's got thousands of dollars worth of tattoos. And this right here is part of the problem. We're paying for your food, we're paying your bills, and meanwhile, you're spending thousands on tattoos, which by the way are a luxury. Then you say you haven't been able to find a job for 7 years. Okay, I get it, but the government is literally bringing jobs right to your doorstep, and yet the complaints never seem to end. Maybe it's just me, but doesn't this sound like common sense? Shouldn't priorities come before luxuries? Anyway, the clips just keep getting better, so let's move along.
Y'all keep worrying about my sunroof and my car and all that. But wait till y'all see the house I'm about to move in. Y'all are really going to be pissed. Because I'm going to do a video in the house about food stamps again. Just to piss y'all off. I still want food stamps. I don't care if I lived in a mansion, bitch. I want food stamps.
This be the look on my face every time I pull up to this trifling ass neighborhood. All the parents outside, standing around outside in their pajamas. You know what I'm saying? Don't give a f. That's why the kids don't give a f. I just, oh, I feel like Uncle Ruckus. Like, y'all just don't, can't. I ain't gonna be here too long.
This is exactly why there's finally a push to put restrictions on food benefits. Most taxpayers are literally paying for people to shorten their own lifespan, and somehow that's become normalized. In the past, people actually felt ashamed to take advantage of these programs for nothing, but now some even show it off like it's an accomplishment. It's time to put a stop to it. But I'm curious, do you think stricter rules are the solution, or do you believe the system needs a complete overhaul? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Anyway, up next, there's a woman complaining that she can't buy cooking utensils because they're too expensive. Let's move on to the video.
So here are the stupid solutions. Get a job. Bake your own. That's too many of them. Bake your own. And get a job. And save money. That's a funny one, save money. Because I, that am a middle class person, me and my husband make good money. I can't even save. I'm the problem. We can't save. But the solution is to bake one. Okay, let's bake one. Buy all the ingredients. That's even more than the $20 that a cake will cost, because it's less than 20. It could be 15 to 20. Going to Walmart, 15 to $20. By the time you buy all that, I bet you're going to be spending over $30. Okay, say we bought all that, right? Say we bought everything. Wow, does this poverty-stricken family have baking utensils? No, now we're spending more money that we can't spend with food stamps. Money they don't have because they just paid their bills. Okay, can't bake it now. Here's another one. Say the mom goes, buys all the stuff to bake it, and lives in a hotel, because a lot of these people are living in hotels right now. Especially the ones that get hit with hurricanes, especially the ones that their rent went up and they can't afford it. So what's your solution now, wise guy? Huh? What's your solution now? Come on. You guys think you're smart. Bake it. Bake it. Save money. You guys really think you're smart. No, because you guys only think one way. You don't think out of the... Because you guys don't know what's going on. Open your minds and quit drinking the sauce.
The funniest part about all this is these same people will walk into the grocery store with fresh nails, a $200 pair of sneakers, and a brand new $1,400 iPhone, and then somehow complain they can't afford baking utensils. At the end of the day, that's still not our responsibility. You're the one who decided to have 6 kids and not get a job. That wasn't our decision. But here's what I'd like to know. Do you think there should be spending limits on benefits to avoid situations like this, or should people be free to use them however they want? Anyways, up next, we've got an even better video. Just another lady trying to play on your emotions. Let's take a look.
Did you see they're finally limiting food stamps so that people can't get junk food on it anymore? Ugh. What about the kids' birthdays? What do you mean? Poor children. Poor children have birthdays. What about their birthday cake? Well, if their parents thought about that before having kids, Okay, but those kids exist, and they didn't. So poor kids don't get birthday cakes that are made at the store anymore. Cool. What about like school potlucks where like you're supposed to bring in like cookies or whatever? What about those? So those poor kids don't get to participate in those school activities. I think you're being dramatic. You always think that empathy is dramatic. Have you thought about that like at all?
I'm seeing that it says yes, EBT cards can be swiped on card readers, bro. Do you not want to send me the card? What?
Here.
Like, what's going on?
Swipe it and let me show you the message.
This is some bullshit, bro. Like,
swipe it so you can see the message.
Bro, I'm honestly done, bro.
Come here, act like aggressive and shit. Just get the fuck out of here.
Bro, who are you talking to?
Just get the fuck out of here. Yeah, it's not working out.
Bro, I already told you I'm done with your business, bro. So you can stop talking to me, bro.
You don't drive our car. I'm gonna sit here and try to tell me you're paying with EBT.
I'm being serious.
Bro, you're not buying a car with the fucking EBT card, bro. It's just, it's not happening.
It's not a cold cut. It's not fruit. It's a car, bro. EBT, you buy food.
It's sliced fruits,
you buy food with it.
Bro, no, I'm sorry for laughing, bro, but it's just, you can't buy a car with an EBT card, bro.
This one honestly blew my mind. I can't believe this kid actually thought he was going to buy a luxury car using EBT. And what's even more concerning is the way he's acting, like he's done this before. If that's really the case, there's a much bigger problem going on in this country. What do you think, though? Do you believe this kind of loophole abuse happens more often than people realize? Or is this just a rare case? I'd love to know your thoughts down below. This next video, though, had me cracking up. Let's take a look.
Because of Trump, I'm not going to be able to get a birthday cake for my child's birthday. That's a damn lie, and you know it. While you might not be able to buy a pre-made Walmart cake anymore, the government is still providing you with the opportunity to buy all the ingredients necessary to make that cake. You can still get eggs, butter, milk, all the things you need. Yeah, but whoa, you just hold right on. I'm not done yet. Furthermore, it's not the role of the federal government to provide your child with a birthday cake. That's your job. Yeah, but wait, nothing. I'm still not done. The EBT system has been abused for years. If anything, the government is providing too much, and that's why many people convert that assistance into cold hard cash by gaming the system. And you're still eating better than I am. I saw that tomahawk steak you had on the grill. I worked 2 jobs. You know how many times I've been able to buy a tomahawk steak? Not ever in the history of ever. I think if you're still receiving assistance, you should show an attitude of gratitude instead of faux outrage and performative protest. I'm Martin Hayden. That's my 2 cents on the matter. Tell me what you think.
I mean, if you actually loved your kids, you'd put at least a little effort into making them a homemade cake. Imagine your entire childhood being nothing but store-bought cakes bought with food stamps, never once having your mom spend the tiniest bit of effort baking something fresh. But what do you think? Do you believe parents should be required to spend benefits more responsibly? Or is it fine as long as the kids are fed? Up next, though, we've got a pretty awesome video of this guy saying everything that we're all thinking. Let's take a look.
Grown man on TikTok complaining Trump cut his food stamp down from $2,800 to $300 a month. Bro gotta be in his late 40s talking about Trump cut his food stamps down, bro. Go get a job, bro. Go work. Go punch somebody's clock. No, what?
Huge changes are coming to Section 8, and the Trump administration is going to start kicking people out of their homes after 2 years. This is coming out right now. The Trump administration proposing limiting Section 8 housing to 2 years for able-bodied adults and adding work requirements. Now, if you don't know what Section 8 housing is, it is usually for lower-income people as a subsidy from the government. And currently, there are no time limits for how long you can be on Section 8 or any work requirements to also get this subsidy from the government. But now, Donald Trump's Housing and Urban Development is reportedly about to introduce that after 2 years, if you are an able-bodied adult, you will no longer be able to live on Section 8 housing. And this has people bringing out stats like this, saying at least 1.4 million people have been on Section 8 every year, and they're also trying to claim that this brings more crime to neighborhoods. With other people saying that the problem with Section 8, food stamps, and other forms of welfare is that it affords the non-working poor person a much better quality of life than the working poor person, so they do not even need to save or earn income that would disqualify them from these welfare programs.
I think the end is near for these freeloaders. By paying taxes with money we wouldn't even spend on ourselves, we're providing a higher standard of living for people benefiting from this campaign. Yes, we're the ones funding it, and yes, it's coming straight out of our pockets. But what do you think? Should taxpayers have more control over how these benefits are spent, or should the system stay the same? Anyway, I saved the best for last. If you're ready, let's move on to the clip you saw at the beginning of this video.
Can we talk about something for a second? Why is it that I received $4,200 in food stamps for my kids this month? Mind you, I have 7 kids. I got those on the 9th, okay? Today's the 20th, and I literally only have $256 left. Does that not make sense to y'all? Like, okay, do you not understand how much food is costing me? Imagine how much food I've had to buy and spend on, and that amount of time that I'm that low on food stamps already. I should be getting more. 7 kids is a lot to feed. And I don't work. I depend on my food stamps to make it through the entire month. So this is some bullshit that I'm not able to feed my kids with $4,200 a month. They probably should raise it to like $7,000. Considering the food prices now, because it's gotten ridiculous. And I'm not being greedy.
She says, I am not being greedy, but honestly, she is completely delusional. The taxpayers covering her groceries probably can't even afford as many groceries as she's getting. I honestly can't wait for this entitlement to finally come to an end. Before we wrap up, I'd love to know, do you think taxpayers should have more control over how these benefits are spent, or should people be free to use them however they want? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up for today. If you enjoyed this video, you're going to love the one on screen. Go ahead and tap on it, click on it, whatever device you're on, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.